Thank you for shopping at bestgamecamera.com. Now you just got your brand new UM562. We're going to give you a brief instructional video on how to set it up right out of the box. Get your camera out of the box. You will see the camera itself. You will also get an antenna. Go ahead and screw it on real fast. Snug it down real tight. We don't want any moisture to get into the camera. Sometimes putting a little plumber thread tape doesn't hurt. We have a USB cable to plug this into your computer to view the pictures. And then we also have a supplied strap. Comes in your box with an instruction manual and a warranty card. You also have, of course, the instructional manual online, which is great from bestgamecamera.com. Now we've got the camera out of the box. See, it simply has a 1/4 inch threaded hole on the bottom, which can be used with the Easy Aim, or you can use it with our Cam Lock Theft Box, a very good product. You got a $330 camera, a couple extra dollars to protect it isn't a bad idea. We have a optional little lock on the side. The strap mount goes through the back, and then our latches to open the camera up. This camera holds 12 batteries. You'll see the plus and minus. I have loaded 8. It takes at least 8 to power this camera up. We also have our screen and our options. On the bottom, we have a spot for our SD card, which it'll take up to a 16 gigabyte SD card. We have our USB port, and then we also have an optional 6 volt power jack. Now, if we're running the wireless options, we will also have our SIM card, which this one is from AT&T. Please watch our how to set up the wireless side video if you're having issues getting your camera going. But your SIM card, as long as it is all set up, pops right into the side. It's very easy. And then now we can flip it to setup mode. We now have it in setup mode. You can see that it has a live preview built in it, so you can aim it out in the field. You can simply hit menu, and we have our camera options. We have camera, photo, video, up to 8 megapixel on the photo size, photo burst of 1, 2, 3, and if you have it on video mode, you will see a video size option and a video length option, which it can go up to 60 seconds. We need to format this SD card to make sure there's proper communication between the camera and the SD card. This is a step a lot of people miss, and it causes a lot of problems. Now you see the PIR adjustments where you have a low, normal, high. Whichever one fits your needs. I typically use low and normal. I don't like to get birds and squirrels, and especially wind. Save a lot of battery life. Your delay, you can go down to as low as 5 seconds on this camera. Also a timer if you choose to use a timer, and also time lapse if you choose to use the time lapse function. And we have the GSM. First, now our SIM card's in there, we can turn that on instant or daily report. Daily report will send you a daily report once a day. We're going to click it on instant, and you can choose the max number of pictures. And you can take that all the way up to, I believe, 00 or 99, and it will be unlimited. Now we have send by MMS. MMS is the text. So we want that on MMS. And then we will go back to the GSM and go to download tool. When we hit the download tool, it downloads a file onto that SD card. From there, you will have to turn the camera off, take the SD card out, and put the SD card in the computer. You will see a little file in a folder. It'll ask you to choose which carrier you are using, AT&T, T-Mobile, and set up your telephone numbers, which we will show you here in just 1 minute. Now that you have your SD card in the computer, I went to my computer. My SD card is the removable disk G drive on this. DSIM is where your pictures and your videos be stored, and then you also see the GSM setup. So go into the GSM setup. You will see your options again. Instant daily report, which we're going to keep it on instant. Max number 0 to 99. We also have the MMS and GPRS and phone, email, or both. Now you will have to pick your operator. So we will go down here to the United States and click US AT&T because that is what we're using. You will not have to worry about any of the send server or any of those. Okay, now if you go to the bottom left hand corner, you will see the phone numbers and then also the email. You can do up to 4 phone numbers and 4 emails on the UM562, so that's very nice. Keep in mind each number you have in there is a text. The last but not least thing is to go to this path, click on it, and we are wanting to save this back to the SD card, so it is the G drive. Just click on the G drive, no particular folder, and when we save these settings, it'll save right back to that SD card. Now, when the SD card goes back into the camera, it will then load up your telephone numbers and you will be ready to roll. After we program the SD card on the computer, we will now slide it back into the camera itself, and then we'll run it on setup mode, and you'll see the camera will have an update success, just like you see here. You might not be able to see it there, but it did have update success. Using the wireless cameras is good money spent. You know, a lot of people spend a lot of time checking cameras, different states. Gas is getting expensive. The wireless camera is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. It is over $300, but will save you hundreds of dollars in gas in 1 year, not to mention a lot of time and hassle, and you will see the hunting odds increasing since you're staying out of the woods more. You'll see a lot more activity and a lot more game. Now that we've got this up, you can see here that we have the signal strength bar with the numbers, so we know our SIM card is ready. We are now ready to go and start getting our pictures wirelessly. Flip this camera on to the on position, close it up, mount it on your tree. Your red light will flash. Once it's done flashing, we are triggering. Thank you for shopping at bestgamecamera.com, and that's how to set up your brand new UM562.